You listening? Oh, hello.
Hello.
You caught me in the middle of singing. Are you listening? Hold on, let me put that away.
Good
That was
choice. Good choice.
It's a very good choice. I like that song a lot. All right, we are back. It seems. How was the break?
Good. I had a few things to eat.
I have water. I've learned my lesson. I brought a giant, just humongous glass of water, so I think I'm fine. I
Always
hope that
have water.
suffices. As you said in your Nutcracker video, always have water. I believe that's what you said. Something along those lines.
Yes, yes.
Are you ready to begin?
Of course I am.
Once again. Okay. Let's kick things off with I guess a mediocre question, but it's still a question nevertheless. So, question 52, picking back up here. You once said that the hilarity, the unhinged hilarity, actually, is what you said, of Pizza Tower, the game, brought you some form of joy or entertainment. So, do you find yourself watching or enjoying the media of the same likeness often?
It's just charming in its own sense, with how things are animated so fluid, yet with such power. It's something to admire, really. I know a work of art when I see it.
It's fair. You do have a keen eye, as it were. I admire that. So it's Pizza Tower is just in a bubble for you. It's not necessarily goofy media in general. Hello.
In goofy media. You'll have to be more
Looney
specific
Tunes,
than that.
I guess. Looney type animated media, I guess. I'm
It
not
has its place.
particularly yeah, I'm not particularly versed in Pizza Tower. I haven't checked it out myself. So that's as best as I could put it with what I've seen of it anyway. So
I'm only
I
familiar with the demos, actually. It
see.
appears that this computer that I'm on right now does not have Pizza Tower on it, so unfortunately I do not know the details of the extended game.
There's a pizza man and that's about it. Named Pepino, but that's as far as my knowledge goes.
There's a pizza
Anyways,
man, and he's a little angry.
it's a little goofball. Anyways, question 53. It, it kind of scares me to see you lose your composure very quickly. There's now two trains outside. This is annoying. It's
I
quite
was going to
strange
say,
seeing you. Yes, there are two trains actually. It's quite strange seeing you lose your composure even so quickly. This happened. It was quite the jump scare, if you can imagine. I was sitting in my room watching the entire media for this interview, and with my headphones in, and I wasn't exactly paying attention. But I remember Majin when I believe you were reading off comments. You and Majin together. Um, you jump scared me when you yelled at Majin for making a joke at your expense, particularly to do with your age. So,
mm-hmm.
are you? Do you like avoid topics pertaining to your age, or was it just a grumpy day?
It was a grumpy day.
Ah, okay.
Some might argue that I have those often, but I have my good days, believe it or not. People just tend to catch me when I'm grumpy.
What would you say this day is?
I'm in a very good mood. I feel nice.
That's very good to hear. I would have been very fearful had I been warned that you were in a grumpy mood. Feared for my life, but I know you wouldn't take me into your world, would you?
Mm, I wouldn't be too comfortable out there.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that as a no for now. For now. For now. Anyways, question 54. Have you ever met any other EXEs or beings like yourself beyond the history that's inside of your tale? So beings that weren't particularly mentioned but are similar to your likeness as an EXE. if you will.
So, to put it simply, have I met any other EXEs besides what was shown in my story?
Yes, I guess.
Mm. I only really ever hear of others. I keep pretty close to home.
I would assume it. Oh, actually, I would. Yeah, you don't seem like the vacation type. You like Horror Hills, I imagine. You're
I
happy.
like my world. I made
I
it
mean,
to
of
my
course,
liking, to my
yes.
perfect image.
Well, I mean, obviously, you do have. We both know you have ambitions of more, but regardless, in terms of places to be, Horror Hills is your ideal location, I'd imagine. At least until you get control of our world, but that's neither here nor there. Now, to avoid that topic, question 55 is quite the personal one. How do you actually feel about getting your own interview? That is question 55. Your own one-to-one official interview. How is this making you feel?
I quite enjoy it, really. I have had other events before this where I would be in a Discord call with many, many people, and, well...
Hey, listen, Lord X, say no more. I've sifted through everything I could find, including those streams. You need say no more. I've watched every second of them. Yes, I'm aware. But this is more personal, so I thought you'd maybe enjoy a one-to-one more so than a chaotic bout with people.
I do.
Yes. Particularly with one like myself who has sifted hours and hours of footage media pertaining to you. Someone knowledgeable, I guess. Not to say that the others aren't knowledgeable, of course. Just particular dedication, I guess.
Extreme dedication.
You've heard.
I've seen.
You have seen as I've posted pictures. For those who are unaware, I had like 3 different streams appearing to one for questions, one for sifting through Discord, and one for sifting through YouTube all at once. And that was how I functioned for like a week just to figure out questions for this man. So
the optimal interview.
The optimal interview for the best. I spare no expense for the Lord. No expense.
Carry on.
Yes. 56. How did you feel? Now you don't have to say exactly what was inside of it, but how did you feel when writing chapter 3? Was there any heavy emotion from it, or was it just necessary, something that had to be done and nothing more?
It is the finishing chapter of what is called the main series.
Mm-hmm.
So, though it was a necessity,
no emotion?
Difficult to say.
Tears.
I don't quite remember. No tears.
No. Okay, I see. Anger,
simply
perhaps?
Recording what has happened.
Okay.
Although I will say, writing chapter 1 was very enjoyable. I like looking back on those times.
Yes, I did hear that writing chapter 1 was a particular moment that was enjoyable for both you and Spider, I heard. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought I accidentally closed the interview. Oh god. Okay, question 57. What exactly were Sonic's final moments like? There was a tripwire trap, and there was at least seconds before his demise. So, was there shock, surprise, screaming? What was it like? Exactly.
Picture this for me, Mailman. Close your eyes if you feel you need to. You fall down a long, dark pit and you hit the ground. Bones broken, very most likely you're hurting all over. And the only thing you see in the darkness are my 2 eyes. And then that was it.
Man, this would... If I had a face cam, you'd see a look of shock. But I guess that makes sense. I would expect nothing less. So it was pretty much instant, I guess. Would you consider it instant?
Perhaps not instant. I left him to fester for a second or two, but I was also very excited.
Okay. Okay, then. Question 58. Who is the most fun to play with in the Sonic cast?
Oh. They're all so fun.
Like the cast of characters.
When it comes to EXEs, you know the original 3, right?
I believe so. Yes. Okay, I thought you were pertaining to actual EXEs. Yes, like you mean Knuckles, Tails, and Robotnik, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those 3.
Anyone from that cast or selection that you particularly liked chasing?
I often find that people with a Knuckles vessel are very fun to play with.
Oh, just a Knuckles vessel in general. Interesting detail.
For you see, they are very determined people. Very assured in their own strength. They have a feeling that they can muscle through any problem that they are faced with. See, you don't come to them with a fight. You have them witness what happens to the others, and then they try to be a hero, but fail. And as their friends are picked off, survivor's guilt settles in. It's one of my favorite things to do, to see how long they can last in their own mind. For you see, Knuckles is not very in tune with his mental space, per se. So, it's very easy to mess with their minds.
Man, you have really thought out this one out, huh?
Why, yes.
Fair. Okay. So Knuckles, I'm assuming, is your answer.
To make a long story short, yes.
Yes. I like the detail, don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's question 59. This one was interesting to write. So when you tried viewing into worlds again later in your life as a god, you only saw one world, and that was the outside world where the first human was discovered, or assumed to be the first human, because that's when you really realized, oh shoot, I'm in a game. So why was it that when you were in the void you saw many, but when you were in the actual game you saw only one?
Well, like I had mentioned before, when I was first coming into existence, I was in between the lines. Therefore, it was much, much easier to move through dimensions, in between them, alongside them, etc. So, I had access to more that way. Does that make sense?
Ah, okay.
Now...
See, I had thought it was just a wide thing in general, not exactly specialized to one or another, if you will.
Now, when I had settled on digital space, and when I had made myself very comfortable in the world of Sonic the Hedgehog, that limited my abilities of free travel, per se. So, I could only see the world that was right outside.
Okay. I see. that answers that swimmingly. Actually, like everything, boxes hit. Okay. Oh God, we're only on page 17. Okay. 60. Who exactly was that first human you encountered? Who did you ever come to know them at all?
Mm, not as much as I should have. Again, got too excited. And
Yeah, you were pretty ahead of yourself there.
I was.
What did you know of them though?
Hmm. Not much, really. I hardly remember them.
Dang.
They're not important, if that's what you're thinking. They're dead.
I wouldn't think so. I was just curious. Their soul was pretty much destroyed. It was a question for my own curiosity. So I guess there's that. 61. Is your ability to heal things connected purely to the soul and not the physical body? Or is it both? Because you do have biomanipulation and soul manipulation. So is that considered the same thing for you, or
Biomatter manipulation and manipulation of the soul are two different things. For you see, souls are like energy. It's the energy that keeps you alive, literally. So it makes you who you are, not what you are, but who you are. So that is manipulation of energy, but a very specific kind. Biomatter manipulation is influencing physical matter, influencing the very cells that make up whatever it is, which is why my powers work on plants and other organic creatures.
I see that's actually really obvious when you put it like that. Okay, I don't know. I didn't think about it like that.
Sometimes
Bonus.
people need to hear it twice.
Fair point. Bonus. So I guess with that, since I guess the soul is really just what makes you alive, I'm guessing that's why Knuckles and Eggman were technically still existing as biomatter. It's just they weren't alive per se because their soul was just destroyed.
The vessel
Via
couldn't
the
handle it.
ritual. Yes.
Just contorted them.
And the soul was destroyed, I assume?
Yes, it died because of organ failure in the vessels.
That must have really put a dent in you. I couldn't imagine like having a set of like preferred toys and then having two break and only having one. But I guess Rene was human after all. That would be a very suitable toy, if you will. What's the next question here? Oh yes, 62. Are you are you able to be disturbed beyond what you and Majin saw on the internet?
Beyond what we saw?
Yes, like grotesquely disturbed. Is there some things that even Lord X is like, hold on, we gotta pump the brakes?
What a strange question you're asking.
It's a question of curiosity.
I am disturbed by pieces that depict me doing things I wouldn't do.
I see. That's not what I meant, but okay, I'll run with it.
Your question is a little strange.
Poorly did, as in, how do I explain this per se?
You mean form of torture, or?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. That's what I meant. Yes.
Well,
grotesquely disturbed.
Grotesquely disturbed, I see. Yes, I misunderstood the question very much, didn't I? Let's see.
Yeah, wild left field.
Wild. Well, you said Marjan and I were disturbed by something on the internet. So
Beyond what you two were disturbed by, something, whatever you saw, which I assume was
still, it was not very clear.
crappy. Fair.
If you meant
So are you
forms
able
of
to-
torture, then you should have just said that.
My bad. I wrote this at 4 a.m.
Let's see. Really, I don't have much limits when it comes to torture. I just have preferred methods. Now, if someone else can do something different, then that's for them, I suppose. I wouldn't... There isn't really anything that really disturbs me when it comes to torture. No.
See, no limits. I see. Okay. Par for the course. Par for the course. All right. Question 63. Why do you go to such lengths to antagonize your victims?
It's extremely entertaining. I get a lot of reward out of it. People don't see that, but I do.
Care to explain what that reward might be to you?
A sort of triumph. It lends into the feeling of being in control, as you have analyzed me earlier on that. And it's really one of my favorite pastimes to just pick someone apart. See what makes them tick.
Yep, I know. My favorite sketch is actually you doing that, which I'm sure you know. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
If I could recite it, I would. Question 64. Do you have a particular game that you really enjoyed playing with Renee?
Hide and seek was always suspenseful. A classic among EXEs, I'm sure. But it's not... it is not what it is typically portrayed in those video games, which really isn't hide and seek, it's really just run.
Yeah, yeah, run, I guess.
But when you actually give them places to hide, when you actually give them foliage and cliffs and rocks, etc., maybe even caves if they're brave enough. Sometimes I'll pass him by just so that way I can hear his panicked breath.
Okay, that does kind of sound funny. Yeah, as awful as that is kind of humorous.
Just imagine it. Just imagine it. Why don't you?
I could. I've done it before when I've played hide and seek with my friends actively. That's why I find it humorous.
You can feel the suspense.
Yes, I heard them one time say, "Oh, he didn't see me." It's so awesome. I know exactly how you feel.
Oh, and then punishing them as soon as they think they're safe. Oh, that's the best part.
Yes, I won't go into detail, but I sure got one of my friends. But yeah, I resonate with that actually. Trust me. All right, question 65. Okay, so you once said in the first chapter of your life story that your powers were weakening, and that was because of. Oh, I'm blinking. Hold on, help me. That was. Why were your powers weakening? I forget. It was because of the decay, no?
No, I do not have decay.
You don't?
I don't.
So...
Because I fix myself.
Okay, well, that's fair. Well, yeah, you do eat the animals, I guess. So wait, why did you say in chapter 1 that you began to decay then? Because I thought that was in chapter 2 when that sort of kicked off.
It was because of my disconnection with the void, actually. I hadn't been inside the void ever since I had come out of it. So, right near the end of chapter 1 is where that disconnect really began to take place, and it didn't really start to hinder me until much later in chapter 2.
Okay, because I had assumed that it was basically like I've seen before, just yes, Lord X antimatter decay, but
No,
that
no, no. You
you
see,
are more connected to the void than others, of course,
you see,
since you.
I do not decay. I need
Okay.
people to understand that I do not decay because I took it upon myself to repair my vessel, unlike some other godlike beings who claim they can do so many things, and yet they can't maintain their own body.
Okay. I see. The question answered. You're good. That gets rid of the bonus. Okay. Question 66. I guess this wouldn't technically be one you could answer per se, but I am curious as to your input. Why are red rings so special to xenophanes? Have you ever tried mastering them or using them yourself?
The most that anyone else can get is an orange ring, which isn't much use to anybody, really. But as to why they're so special to xenophanes, I haven't a clue. They are simply his.
Did he have this? Oh, I guess it's a futile question, but I'll ask anyway. Did he have this as soon as he arrived in the dead zone, or is this something he brought back with him?
It is something he's always had.
Ah, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, I guess yeah, because he does go around different Sonic instances. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Okay, no, this is the question that's been bugging me for a lifetime. Okay, 67. The Shadow Emeralds. Okay, where do they come from? How do they work? Are they a product of the void, or were they just brought here? Because apparently they were there the entire time, but they were also not. What's going on there?
Well, the Shadow Emeralds, as I think has been said before, are not a product of me, but a product of xenophanes. You see, xenophanes spent a lot of time on planet Freedom, which is where they were found, and they were all found in locations that he hung around the most. They manifested merely because of his presence. They are directly tied to him, and he alone can decide who can use them. Now, I did not know this during Chapter 3, which is why I tried to use them for myself. And nothing happened.
You mean Chapter 2?
Chapter 2, my bad. I've been talking about Chapter 3 so often. My bad. Anyways.
Okay, that explains it. Okay.
Yes. They are of Xenophanes' making, alongside the Shadow Master Emerald. They are all him.
Okay. I was seriously wondering, where did Xeno come from? How? Okay, that makes sense.
Where did he come from?
No, because when he got trapped, it seemed like I don't know exactly what the time period was in between where he got thrown into the Master Emerald and when he came back, but it just seemed so instant that I was like, what happened here?
It was not instant. It was at least a couple days, and then he was let out.
Okay.
It's only because
right.
I decided to cause trouble so quickly.
Yes, that explains so much. Okay. That wasn't even a part of the interview. I was just wondering, but the Shadow Emeralds are essentially just Xeno's presence just manifesting in certain areas.
Not
where he's
presence, but his power influencing the development of crystals in Planet Freedom's crust.
Oh, I see.
Do you remember that from the world building video?
Yes. I do, actually. This is why it's all coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will write that down as soon as this video comes out, because I kind of missed it. I was nerding out over here. Okay, so question 68 is sort of following suit on the whole Shadow Emerald thing, but it's more or less with the actual Chaos Emeralds. Have you ever tried even a little bit to master or harness Chaos energy?
That is impossible for a creature like me. Do you know why?
I don't think I have a guess. You'll have to remind me.
Dark powers like the Void and whatever Xenophanes has are complete opposites to chaos energy, which is why Fleetway can beat us both in a fight. If I even touch a Chaos Emerald, I will get struck with lightning, and it will hurt.
Huh.
Chaos energy possibly is most likely the only thing that could probably kill me. That and Xenophanes too.
Okay.
This being said,
So,
we do not mess with Fleetway. We keep our hands off.
He isn't even in. So is that why he can't enter the dead zone?
Yes, because the dead zone is saturated with a lot of dark energy, so he just compacts into a ball as a result.
Yes. Okay. I was just wondering, like, is it just because he isn't an EXE? Like, that makes a lot more sense. So chaos energy is the opposite, but also stronger.
Well, I wouldn't
version
say
of dark
stronger.
energy?
I would not say stronger. It really depends on the amount of power on each side. Like, if there is more chaos energy than there is dark energy, then the chaos energy will win. But if there's more dark energy than the chaos energy, then the dark will win. Does that make sense?
Okay. That makes sense. And since Fleetway is practically limitless in power, that second to none. Okay.
Oh, he's a complicated creature, but this isn't about him.
Fair. This is about you. Question 69. But unfortunately, I do have to go grab something real quick, so I should only be like 20 seconds or so. So excuse me. I'm gonna be running off here now.
Off he goes. I hope you're enjoying this, viewers, because there's more on the way.
Back. Hi.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. I literally just had to grab another water. I drank through the entire bottle. I like water, you see.
It's very important for humans, actually.
I do know. You do like talking about water, I think. Oh my gosh, it just spilled over my computer. Anyways, so we're on question 69 here.
Nice.
Viewers, don't laugh. Stop.
Force of habit.
I didn't think you would say that. You, out of anyone, I did not think would make that kind of joke. Wow. Okay, then. Okay.
Carry on.
Noted. Okay. Question 69. Don't say it. Do you have a particular liking for any human holiday?
Any human holiday?
Yes. Again, I think this was asked by a fan. I just wrote it down beforehand, so I am sorry.
The only ones that really stick out to me are Halloween and Christmas.
Good old Halloween. That's fair. I
It's
could imagine you pulling a Halloween prank on somebody.
it's the best time for EXEs, really, because everyone's in the mood to play a scary game or something really sketchy they got in the mail.
It's like the EXE harvest season. I
Oh
guess.
yes, most definitely. Oh,
All right, guys,
and
buckle
it's even better when they play it during parties because then there's multiple people.
up. I
They're
can
all coming
imagine that
in.
would be so fun. Come in for a party. Here we go. That's awesome. I like that a lot. I could just imagine it. All right.
A narrative in the
Question
making.
70. What? What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay, I'll make sure to look that over when this is recorded. Uh, since your world is this one, I like this one. Since your world is technically a game, this is question 70, and a Sonic world, do cheaters hold any power over you whatsoever? Ignoring the fact that you can pull them into the game, just a straight up fight with a game character with a player that's cheating versus you. Do would who would win there exactly? A cheater
There
versus you.
is a rule in my game, and that rule is no cheating. If they break that rule, they're coming in early.
Oh gosh. Okay, ignoring any chase, I guess.
If they're going to be like that, then I want to see what they can do without all their fancy tricks.
But without that, though, would would they actually have any power over you?
No. I'm
No.
very good at blocking those sorts of things.
Oh. I guess you are still technically not a Sonic character. I do kind of I gotta remember that. You are merely using a Sonic vessel. So
Yes.
and
In all technicality, I am a void creature and not a hedgehog,
yes.
but I will be referred to as either or.
Yes. Question. Oh my gosh, where's this weirdly spaced? Question 71. You said I believe in a Nutcracker video, I think it was chapter 3. You said that you weren't particularly good at English, yet that is all we hear you speak. So does the Void have like a language that is like special to it, or
No, I never invented a language, but I did invent a writing scheme.
elaboration?
You know how you have an alphabet?
Okay.
I have one too.
Oh. Okay.
No one has seen it yet, though.
I am right here.
You think I'm gonna show you?
Okay, all right. It was worth asking. I guess. So I guess English was just a thing that you've gradually built up over time. Then, yeah.
Yes, I learned it over time in my younger years. It was, if I'm remembering correctly, the names of the people were a little foreign to me.
I man, it would have been very different had you been in a Japanese copy of Sonic the Hedgehog. That would have been
Yes.
interesting to hear
That
you
is-
speak Japanese.
That is a part of the equation.
Okay. Oh, hey, we got the first fan question here, Lord X. It's on question 72. This one's from Vicky on Discord.
Yes.
They
Vicky.
asked, if someone were to break the Master, or Shadow, Emerald, where Fatal is stuck in, would that set him free, or would he die in the process?
I believe... Oh, I don't remember this one. It could be either or, but I'm leaning towards freeing him. Yes, I think that's it.
Okay.
Take it with a grain of salt. I do not quite
Right.
remember. Xenophanes would, though.
I had thought that it would just free him. I don't think that Fatal is necessarily connected enough to the Master / Shadow Emerald to be killed when it is destroyed.
No.
And since he has a virus, he's not necessarily biological in any way, is he?
No.
So
Entirely
I think it
valid.
would just free him,
It would.
personally. Right. All right. Question 73. How does one inherently own a soul? Do you just have it in your possession, or is there some other force that allows you to call yourself an owner of a soul?
An owner of a soul.
Yes. As in, you stealing a human soul. You do say you own them, no? To some extent. No?
I eat the soul. I do not own it. I eat it.
Oh.
It is food to me.
It is pure sustenance.
Well, I wouldn't say sustenance, as I don't actually need to eat, but I eat anyway.
Okay, well, alright. I guess that's one way of answering it. Excuse me. 74. God. Do you perhaps have any past decisions that you would do differently? And first of all, no, you cannot answer beat Xenophanes in a fight.
Well, that's not a decision. That was not a choice.
Yes. But no, I just wanted to make sure you understand the precautions. You cannot say beat Xenophanes in any way.
If I were to change a choice that I made, I don't think... You know, I think I would have not treated Centipede so harshly. That was a result of me taking out my own restlessness and, well, inferiority on someone who was inferior to me, so he did not really deserve that treatment, and I often wish I did not do that.
Have you ever apologized to Centipede because of it?
Oh yes, that was one of the first things I did when I returned to the Dead Zone.
Ah, okay. I was I didn't think that far outside of the, I guess that isn't outside of the box, but I thought you were going to say something along the lines of take your time when that first human appeared, so you wouldn't lose two humans and or not two humans, two people in your game and a human.
Oh no. It is... That experimental process was good for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, anyways. So, question 75. Would you ever go out of your way to make friends with a being? Completely, like, ignoring anyone, like, begrudgingly telling you, hey, go make friends with that person. Would you just straight up go to somebody and be like, hey, what's up? And get to know them?
If they interested me, yes. If not, I'd leave them alone.
Person?
Hmm?
What is an interesting person?
You can't really put a pin on that.
What type of people would you possibly consider?
A person who is perhaps similar to an EXE but looks different. Perhaps someone who... Oh, this is difficult. There's many different kinds of people that could be interesting to me. Just as long as they don't make a show of themselves.
See. Does that include mortals as well?
I'm less inclined to interact with mortals, but there are a few exceptions.
I'm doing a cheeky smile right now. Anyways, 76. Are there any EXEs that maybe you would do this to? I guess that would be a bonus to 75, but any EXEs that you would want to actively be friends with?
Actively be friends with. An interesting way to put that.
Yes.
I really have no interest in any of the other EXEs, at least all the ones out there that are well known. None of them really interested me enough to visit, per se.
EXEs is used as a general term here, by the way. I thought I should clarify that.
Yes.
Okay.
I understand.
So, for viewers, like, and you yourself, I guess, Lord X, MX, people like that would count towards this. Which, obviously, that is probably covert, as I'd imagine. But pretty sure you two might have a little friendship going on there. But regardless of that, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
You will.
77.
Perfect.
Does being in the... What? Oh, yeah, I thought you would like this one because it's 77. does being in the void bring you anything but comfort? Like, I guess this is a weird question, but like, as humans have their own bodies, we have stomach aches, eye aches, all that, headaches, all that. Does that ever happen with you when you're in the void,
When I
or
am in the
as yourself?
void, I usually cast off my physical vessel, and I just float in the vastness of it. It's very, very bliss in its own way. Just sort of melting, per se. I feel I melt in there.
I like that analogy. Yeah, okay. 78. This was an often asked question, so I kind of just put it into one little thing for you. What is God? I don't really like it, but I'll ask it anyway. What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal.
Yes.
Oh, no, don't make me choose. Don't make me choose. There's so many good ones. Can I list a few?
Okay, yes, go ahead. You may.
Soup is a pretty obvious one, at least to the people who are in the server. They know I like soup. Soup of any old kinds. Let's see. Oh, sushi. Sushi is good too. You have to eat that whole.
Yeah, I've learned that you have a particular fascination with sushi.
Oh, so good. You're making me hungry.
Lord X, I have a bit of a secret to tell you, unfortunately.
What?
I don't like sushi.
You don't like sushi?
I don't, unfortunately.
Well, that... Why are you apologizing to me? I'll take the sushi that you get. More for me.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fair. You can have my sushi if we ever, I don't know, go out for brunch or something. I don't know. That'd be possible. I'll just feed it to the computer. Like,
just set the plate in front of the monitor and I'll take it.
Just like with your mouth hand, just grab it through the screen and pull it in.
Yes, the whole thing. Might even take the plate too.
Oh god. Can you consume the plate? Is that a thing?
Yes, but it wouldn't be very good for me.
Oh gosh. If I had sushi, I'd bring it, but I don't have any, unfortunately. I didn't know you'd be so eager with that one. Wow. Okay. I guess you do like to eat. But
I do.
nothing wrong with that. I
I
like
also like
personally.
desserts.
Cheesecake? Question mark?
Yes, cheesecake. You were reading my mind.
I love cheesecake so much, Lord X, I
Oh,
swear.
cheesecake.
It's making me so. We need to go out for brunch sometime. I swear, we have good taste. I love cheesecake. I have a giant bin. I'd feed it to you, but I can't, unfortunately.
Ooh, you want to
It's a
know
family
something I love the most on desserts?
What?
Dark chocolate.
Lord X, we're the same person.
No, we are not.
One of the things I like. That is the thing I like too. I swear, you can't deny it. We are the same when it comes to food. I'm not joking. I love dark chocolate so much. It's great.
Oh, I want some now.
I do like. Man, I'd give it to you, but it's family property. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean you can come through the screen and steal it, Lord X. I will be watching.
I'll spare your dark chocolate.
Okay.
I'll take it from someone else.
Oh no! Question 79. Oh, excuse me. Is trust easily lost with you, or is it hard or even possible to earn it back?
Depends on the person. That's all I can really say.
Let's say with I don't know, me for example. I don't know what our level of trust is, but let's say I betrayed you in some way. Would trust be easily gained or lost just completely?
I will say, Madam gives chances. but you will not so easily get it back from me.
This is the moment where I fix my collar and continue to the next question. 80. Is there any... Don't at me. I'm scared. 80. Is there anything on Earth that you find charming or desirable to your own world?
Earth has very unique plants from what I have seen from pictures on the internet. Like pitcher plants and, oh, what's that giant flower that smells like rotting flesh? That one.
What?
You don't know?
No? This is something that exists?
Yes.
Alright.
I hear it blooms once every decade.
You're coming with me. Hold on, let's look this up together. Giant flower that smells like rotting meat? Is that what we're looking for here? Giant flower that smells like rotting meat. Okay, let's look this up. A corpse flower. It looks like a fungus, Lodex.
Yes, the corpse flower.
The carrion flower.
Many names.
This looks like a massive, just... Oh, wait, no, there...
Oh, it's huge. It is very, very big.
It is massive. It looks like... That man looks like he can fit his head. Good lord. This blooms every decade, you said?
Some long period of time, yes.
Oh, gosh. That would fit right into your world, I think. Even
absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
Now I'm writing stuff down.
Did I give you an idea? What happened?
Yes, an idea indeed. Carry on.
Okay. All right, we're carrying on. 81. I think this was also asked by a person. I'm so sorry. I wrote this before. Would you consider yourself well composed in your daily life? Is your castle neat and clean? Do you have a schedule you follow day by day? What's that looking like?
Is this a minute? A minute. There was a lot of questions asking me what my daily routine was. Is that what this is asking?
No. This is... I think this... I guess it's remedying Vicky's, like, are you well composed in your daily life? Not exactly what your day by day is, just are you neat as a person?
I'd say so. I don't have a castle, I have a temple, but...
Temple? It does say temple.
I'm a pretty neat person, I would say.
Okay. I guess... I suppose I will ask for the many people who want to know, what is your day by day, Lord X? What is your schedule?
I have a question for that. Why do you want to know?
I'm not asking. I'm just the messenger.
I understand that much, but that's the question I have for the viewers: is why do you want to know?
I didn't include anything of the sort, so I guess that's left up to to your own mind, I guess.
My daily routine is no one's concern.
Skipping that one because you already answered it, and that's a really stupid question. 83. Are fan-made EXE... Well, I guess all EXEs are fan-made, but are EXE OCs safe from your one day to come wrath, I assume? Judging by you want more and more every single day.
Can you repeat that?
Are fan-made EXE OCs safe from your conquest, is a better way to put it.
Conquest.
Yes. Precisely.
You say that like I'm conquering something.
Eventually, I assume you'd want to not only conquer the physical plane, but also the digital space. That's what I'd assume.
Xenophanes prevents me from doing that.
Okay. Ignoring Xenophanes. Okay. Ignoring the whole Xeno thing eventually would those types of beings be safe?
Be safe as in not dying, or
Be subjugated? Would they be safe from subjugation? Would you spare anything? Is a better question.
no, I don't think so.
He said ominously. Okay. 84. Has anyone come to you with their own world? So, like, I guess writers who are talking to Spider, and you've just been sitting there waiting. Has like when a person tells you about their like world, are you like, that sounds kind of interesting. I wish I had something like that. Maybe I'll do something similar next time.
Hmm.
Has that happened?
It has only happened once.
Care to elaborate?
The only thing I can say is that it is a part of a particularly popular mod that is in progress right now.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Okay, Lord X, we have 85. Another fan question. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one was from YouTube, and I cannot say the name for the life of me, so I've just abbreviated it down to, I think it says YouTube gets on my nerves. I think that's what they're trying to say in their username, so forgive me if you recognize that as your name. You can correct me, but yeah, they say and ask, Mighty Lord X, why do you insist on torturing people even after your redemption?
I will be completely honest. I see humans, even on the other side of the screen, as lesser beings than me or any other dark-aligned being, per se. Humans are cannon fodder. Of course I would continue to torture them. Besides, it's my form of entertainment. Quite a bit of enjoyment comes from torturing you people. So, even though I was redeemed per se in the eyes of the residents of the Dead Zone, that does not mean I will stop torture.
I'm safe right now, though, right? That's not it's like.
I have said
Right?
it before, don't get too comfortable.
Okay, like they said, I'm facing the wall, so good luck with that, Lord X. Oh god, I almost started my computer. Okay. Anyways, 86. In your reading of the Nutcracker, I guess we've already been through this one, but yeah, in your reading of the Nutcracker, you made several comments about water. Is that perhaps your favorite drink?
No, it is simply a
No,
lubricant for the vocal cords.
fair. Do you have a favorite drink?
Oh, yes, I do. Sparkling cider.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that before. Hold on. How do you spell cider? What?
Cider.
Cider. Oh,
Cider. Yes,
okay.
cider.
Oh no, I've had this before. That is a good choice. That is a very good choice. Why do you enjoy sparkling cider?
Hmm. It just. I don't know quite what I like about it. It's sweet, it's bubbly, it tastes sophisticated, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
It just makes me feel nice. Reminds me of good times.
I'll have to buy you sparkling cider one time.
Please do.
Eventually. Okay. I guess this kind of goes with the holiday question as before, but do the Dead Zone residents have any form of holiday that you guys like celebrate?
Kind of. None that I can remember, really. I think there was
No.
something for Christmas, but I didn't get anything, so.
Oh. I wish I could buy you a present. I don't know what it'd be. There would probably be that carrion flower that would smell like rotting bodies, but I don't know how I'd deliver that.
I need a bigger screen.
I do need a bigger screen. I guess I could. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Question 88. Another Nutcracker-based question. You you said humans make very funny words. Are there any funny words that you know that you like, Lord X?
Balderdash, poppycock.
I didn't think you'd have these on hand. Okay.
They're the two that came to mind. Frivolous.
I can tell you one. Frivolous. I love frivolous. I can tell you one of my favorite funny words, Lord X. I don't know if you know what this means. Do you know the word defenestrate?
Oh, yes, I do.
I love that word so much.
But have you heard of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
What did you just say? What? What language did you just speak?
English!
That was not English!
Yes, it was. It's very, very English. If you
I'll have to look that
viewers, if you know what I'm talking about, you know it's very, very English.
What? Okay, I guess I'm the ignorant one here. Okay.
Please look it up.
Right now.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
It's a song by Dick Van Dyke and Julie Andrews. It's one word.
Yes, it is.
Disney sing-alongs. Join the Practically Perfect Julie Andrews in a sing-along. Where does this come from, Lord X?
You're not finding
1964? I'm seeing Disney 1964.
For shame. For shame.
Mary Poppins.
There you go. There you go.
What is Mary Poppins?
You don't... Wow.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
No. Close the browser.
I'm closing the browser. I'll have to look into that further. I apologize, viewers, that if you knew what that was. I don't know Mary Poppins. I don't know 1964 musicals. That's not a part of my taste, you see.
Oh, then your taste has gone sour. Either that or your tongue's been cut off.
I'm sorry. I don't. Okay. I'll take that to the chest. All right. Question 89. Oh, okay. PTSD from this name. Did Xenophanes bring anyone into your world specifically to spite you?
No. All of it was spite.
No? Oh. I was expecting some happy ending to that statement, but no. The worst ending possible.
There is no happy ending with Xenophanes.
It's just a misery.
Oh,
if you can
misery.
tell, I'm really looking for any type of like connection between you and Xenophanes beyond a rivalry. I don't know.
Everyone keeps looking for it, and you know what? You're not going to find it. We're always a rival.
I thought I could find something, but my hubris was my downfall, it seems. Because there's just nothing there.
There is nothing there. I don't know why people think we can be friends. It is not a thing.
I will keep that in mind. Now, next question. Are you and Xenophanes friends? I'm just kidding. Next question is, I'm just kidding. My next question, which is question 90, do you inherit, or I guess did you inherit any of Sonic's abilities when you entered his vessel?
No.
No?
I gutted him. He's dead.
Well, yeah,
he's completely dead. It
is still his body, though, to be fair.
It is a skin suit. What am I going to get from a skin suit?
I guess you are kind of right. I was relying on Sonic lore. My bad.
No. I don't gain anything from this. But I gain a vessel, that's it.
Okay.
I can utilize my own powers with it. I can't have his powers.
But do beings like Majin have his powers?
Majin is a completely different story.
Okay. I see. I've really jumped into the deep end of being just entirely wrong, it seems. Oh god. Okay. Question 91. excuse me, if you met another EXE, are there any specific traits that they could have that would make you take them immediately seriously? Make you put up your guard, per se.
Put up my guard.
Yes.
Well, if they render themselves as a wild animal like Black Sun, then yes. If I sense a high power level from them, and of course I'm going to keep my guard up, and also make sure not to crack any wise jokes.
Okay.
That's
So
about
just
it.
those two?
Yes.
Okay. Why like beastly EXEs? Are there any reasons there?
Well, you never really know if they're feeling hungry or not.
I guess that's a fair point.
At least Black Sun has the brain cells to not eat me.
Okay. That's good. Oh, hey, we got another fan question. We have question 92. I thought this was kind of fun. God, forgive me if I say your name wrong. Irishry. Irishry? Am I saying that right? Irishry. Thank you. I thank you very much. That was a person on Discord. They say hello, Lord X. So I guess I can say hi. Excuse me. They ask, what are your favorite napping places?
Underneath trees, really.
Shade?
Yes. The sun hurts my eyes.
Oh, it does?
It does.
Huh.
Any kind of
Okay,
light,
noted.
really.
Oh, I guess a being of void like yourself would probably have a, well, maybe not hatred, disdain for light to some extent.
An aversion.
Yes. Okay, question 93. I know you're a fan of orchestra and jazz noir. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yes. Is there any particular song that you prefer?
I do.
Oh? Share?
Transparent City by Hypno Booster.
By Hypno Booster. Let's see. Ah! Oh, wait, hold on. I know this one.
Do you?
Yes. Actually, believe it or not, I've heard this one once or
I'd say
twice.
it fits me pretty well. Or
It's on my list.
it fits another me pretty well. But I resonate
Another
with it
you.
too.
I see. I'll give that one a listen later.
It is very good.
Anyways, God, I just got Grammarly jump scared. Hold on.
Capitalism strikes again.
I do love capitalism, all right. Anyways, let's get back to the questions here. If I can move this tab. All right, that's a good song. Very good choice. Very good choice. Anyways, not why. Okay, when you perish, does the void get smaller to rebirth itself?
No.
No.
No. Nothing happens to the void.
No?
My being returns to it.
Okay. Okay, that opens up quite a bit. So you are the void, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is very, very clear.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I can make it any more clear.
Very, very clear. But in terms of physicality, you're separate.
Yes,
But you are still okay.
I can be
that
in
makes
different
sense.
places at different times.
Yes. So when perishing, it's just you simply returning to the void.
Yes, to the main mass, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Okay. Yes. Okay. 95. Are there any traits that you look for in a victim, and would you ever pass any up if they had any particular trait?
Oh, I'll take anyone.
Oh. Not particularly picky, are we?
No, no. I don't have room to be picky.
I guess that's fair. Fair point. 96. Is there any particular resident in the dead zone you prefer to be around at this current moment in time?
Centipede is good to be around. He listens to my rambles, and I let him gnaw on my arm.
What?
Yes, he gets a little hungry sometimes.
Oh. Oh, what fun fact. I didn't know that. Huh. Oh, you heard it here first. Arm nibbles are a thing amongst Centipede and Lodex.
And you
But,
kind of have to prepare for it if you're going to be friends with him.
oh gosh. Anybody else besides Centipede?
Marjan's good every now and again. It's a bit too much for me. Piracy's about the same way. Those two are best friends, after all. The Tails doll is too antisocial to really care about any of us. And Faker or Black Sun, depending on how he feels that day, well, he's basically the family dog.
Oh, I see. Okay. But mainly Centipede.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 97. Are there any noteworthy events that you have either regrettably or purposefully left out of Chronicles?
If it was noteworthy, then I would have put it in.
Let's see. Well, sometimes you do chalk events up to be more in favor of your image, so perhaps there was something there.
There is something that did happen. I wasn't there for it.
Uh-oh.
You're never gonna believe this.
Okay.
So, Xenophanes, Maj, and Piracy were playing a game of Uno.
Oh no.
Stay with me.
Okay.
Apparently, Majin had a really good hand, and he started snickering. And he couldn't stop. He could not stop himself from laughing. And every time they told him not to laugh, he just started laughing more. This made Xenophanes get very, very mad, and Majin ended up winning that round. So, as a result, the dead zone was split in half that day.
Oh god!
Because he got mad at a game of Uno.
Was this during your exile?
It must have been, because I wasn't there for it. But I heard it secondhand from Piracy.
Wow. Okay. That. Okay.
I think it goes to show just how short of a temper Xenophanes has.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. That is a pretty fun fact. Okay. 98. What did you do? Were there any noteworthy things you did to adapt to being a resident of the Dead Zone, as opposed to its once ruler as Horror Hills?
I didn't really do anything to adapt.
No?
I just kept trying to live my life as normally as I had been. Did not really work out.
Yes. Evidently. But you are gaining ground. You're coming back. You're coming back. You'll get your, well, what is it called? Your get back, I guess they say. Sure. The chuckle says it all. Okay. 99. We've almost done here, actually.
Forward ho.
What'd you say?
Forward ho.
Oh yes. How would you go about defeating somebody you know is more powerful than you?
Well, outsmarting is the long and short of it, really.
Okay.
Learning how they fight and how to use it against them. Though that involves a lot of dodging around, and, well, thanks to my size, that isn't really something I can do all the time, so I try to avoid fighting if I can.
So playing defense.
I'm not really a combat-oriented EXE as much as people like to have EXEs fight each other. I am not that type. I am not a fighter.
But you are capable.
I am pretty capable, but I am not a fighter by default.
Ah, okay. Well, I have a bit of a surprise for you, Lord X. We are on question 100, actually.
What is
we're
question
we're
100
here.
then?
Question 100 is quite literally just, how do you feel so far? How are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Yes, how do you feel?
I'm feeling very entertained.
Oh god, is that a good thing?
For you, yes.
Ah, okay, good. Keeping the attention. It's always good. Ooh, you're gonna like this next round, I think, because you ready for this, Lord? We are rapid firing fan questions. Rapid fire. It's gonna be for the next
Oh joy.
maybe 20, I think. I haven't checked it. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, oh god, please, Irishry? Yes.
Your guess is as good as mine at this point.
Okay. All right. They say once more, what is the funniest thing you've ever done or did?
I don't really do funny things.
No. Well,
I'm not.
There has to be something.
I'm not jokeless, but my jokes are cruel.
There's got to be some little event you could spill, surely.
The only thing that comes to mind is tripping centipede.
Okay.
And you're laughing now.
Okay, no, Lord X. Okay, it was kind of funny at the time when I didn't particularly know who Centipede was, but with context, and I'm still laughing. I can't say anything. Okay, moving on so I don't embarrass myself further.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Retrios, the artist, is here. They ask,
Oh, yeah.
how does it feel debuting on Lord X War?
Well, I'm going to be honest, I haven't looked at the server in months.
Oh, God.
So, because Chapter 3 is not out yet, it's a little, shaky. I don't know how they're planning on making my series into an FNF mod, but if they want to try, then they certainly can.
I'm sure it'll come out amazing. I honestly didn't know about Lord X War. I didn't know it was a thing, but as soon as I heard it, I downloaded it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Congratulations, Retrios. And hey, Lord X, great job, man. You made it to an FNF mod. Good work. Good work.
It was purely coincidence.
Care to elaborate?
Well, Madam had happened to be a part of this mod already, and Retros had only put it together a day or so after hiring her that she was the director of the Chronicles of Lord X. And he suddenly jumped out with, "Hey, do you want him to be a part of this FNF mod?" And how could she say no?
Man, I'm very excited to hear what's in store for that. So, I'm sure you're ready to bust it down with your good old friend boyfriend. I'm sure you're ready for that. Assuming boyfriend is the enemy or main protagonist of the mod.
Well, my
anyway.
only gripe is I don't know how you're supposed to take a series like mine and turn it into a 3-song-long week.
I think there's some merit there. I think there's something. I'm excited personally, but yeah.
We shall
Good job,
wait
Retrios.
and see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good job, Retrios, and congratulations, Lord X. We're on 103. Uni, hey, Uni on Discord. They ask, do you have a favorite Sonic game in the Sonic community / universe?
I want you to look me in the eyes and ask me that again.
Do you have a favorite Sonic game in the Sonic community / universe?
What game am I inhabiting right now?
You tell Uni, man. Don't tell me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger.
I understand not to kill the messenger. This is more directed at whoever's watching and Uni. Please use your brains. Thank you. Next question.
Yeah. And for clarification, he's in Sonic 3, by the way. So
No.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking, Lord X. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Please.
I have said
Anyways,
it before, I'll say it again. Don't get too comfortable out there.
I won't. I swear. 104. Alternate on Discord. They ask, if you were to learn one thing without any price to pay, what would it be?
I'm gonna get burned for this one.
Uh-oh.
I would want to know how to kill xenophanes.
Okay. I was gonna exclude that from the roster, but I guess, yeah. I mean, maybe ask Centipede. They sure seem to know, even though their memory is currently wiped, but that might be your best guess.
No, let's not metagame.
Fair. 105 Story Storm Fordcast on YouTube. They say, "Hi X, are you a morning person or a night owl?" I know. I literally put in parentheses. They don't seem to get the whole title thing.
I have a title. Use it. I literally said it in one of my videos. Are you kidding me? Do you see how little people pay attention? It's infuriating. Anyways, I'm a night person. Of course. I hate the sun.
Okay. I was expecting some type of reaction from that. Okay. 106. Get ready for this one. 106.
Oh, great.
Lightspeed Hedgie on YouTube says, "Hey X, how is it like?" Okay, I'm just kidding. In parentheses, they say, "Lord X, sorry. How is it like adjusting to your sonic vessel and your powers? And what's the process of using your powers, i.e., your ability to levitate, create matter, make hands come out of your mouth, etc.?"
Loaded question. I'm just gonna answer the last part of it because it's the only thing that really does matter.
Yeah.
First of all, the mouth arms aren't really necessarily a power. They are just 3 arms that are inside the vessel that I can use when I open my mouth. How my powers work, per se? Well, technically, biomatter manipulation works like transferring energy into the very cells of the organism and using that to manipulate what their function is. It's a very, very interesting process, really, once you figure it out. As for levitation, that is merely just... I don't know. I don't even know how to describe that.
Effortless floating.
Yes. I've learned how to float over the years. It's been very nice.
Sure. That's a power I wish I had personally. Actually, teleportation. But regardless, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
107. Boyfriend's here? Anyways, boyfriend, I believe this was on Discord. They asked, oh god. Jesus, let me read this one. This was directly copy and pasted, so let me struggle here. How does it feel starting to bring a human into your world for the first time? Okay, that wasn't that bad.
Did you watch chapter 1?
I was thinking the same thing, but I just think it would be funny for you to answer.
My answer is go watch chapter 1 again. You weren't paying attention. Do I have to make a quiz?
Didn't you go on a whole rant about how it felt?
Yes! Do I have to make a quiz at the end of every video to make sure you paid attention? Do we have to do this like school now?
Teacher Lord X. Alright, class. What did you learn?
I will teach my own curriculum. For goodness sake. Pay attention. And if you can't understand what I'm saying, turn on the subtitles. They exist for a reason.
Right. Sorry, boyfriend, that your question wasn't exactly answered, but to be fair, it was... There was a rant about it, though, in chapter 1. Oh god. Okay. Oh, this one's sweet, Lord X. I'm sure you'll appreciate this. You might have actually seen this one. 108. The Sands. I'm sure you've probably seen this. Unfortunately, it's not the skeleton. I wish it was. That'd be kind of funny, but it's something nevertheless. Anyways, they actually have a message for you before they ask their question, so you might appreciate this actually. This isn't really a question. This is their quote, by the way. But I just want to say this now. Thank you, Lord X, for bringing your story to life and using it to bring people like myself some happiness and something to enjoy, because all of us here really appreciate it. And I want you to know how much this story means to us all. Keep being cool. You deserve this. Nice.
Oh,
That's sweet.
how heartwarming. I don't get messages like that very often.
I'm sure you appreciate that. That was warm to see. But their question actually was something I've already asked, but I really just wanted you to hear that because it warmed my heart personally. Their question is, what did it feel like being in the void, considering you were the void itself?
Well, I think I answered that earlier.
You did.
Very...
I kind of just wanted you to hear the message. I thought it was sweet.
Very floaty, very spacey, very... relaxed. But I suppose that would just only pertain to me.
I guess no one else can really be in the void, per se, no?
Not if I... I can allow things into the void, but if I don't want something in there, then, well, they'll be absorbed.
Oh gosh. Okay. Excuse me. Octostar on 109 asks, what would be oh, this one's fun. What would be a good way to show tribute / worship you?
Oh.
Oh god.
Depends entirely on what your skills are. Anything art-like. From drawings to paintings to sculptures to... Ooh. I like things about me.
Yes.
Food is also something you can use to as a tribute, per se.
Fun to think about. Excuse me. Number 10. Oh gosh, another name that I'm really not well versed on. The Tri-Spectra Project on YouTube asked to Lord X, if you were the first being to ever bring a living human soul into the digital world, how did the other EXEs like Sonic.exe and fellow soul-stealing beings do it too? Did you show them, or did they just teach themselves along the way as you did it yourself?
I don't know how they did it. I didn't teach it to anybody. It was a sort of secret that I kept to myself. And it was a kind of thing that Xenophanes didn't know, and he beat the secret out of me, unfortunately. But it is a thing personal to me. I don't know how any of the others do it, but I didn't teach them.
I see. Oh, hey, this was 111 Xylon on Discord. They ask, where does your bloodlust / love for torture come from?
I don't really know. I think it was just a sort of thirst for more. More of...
So once you felt it, you were kind of just like, I want more of this.
Yes. I don't know, that encounter with Sonic sort of started that.
Oh gosh.
It felt so good to outwit him.
Huh. Okay. All right. 112. 112. Reed Draws Things on YouTube says, to Lord X, first and foremost, your work of horror and twisted brutality is a great inspiration. That was their message to you. I agree to some extent. And they ask, again, this is one you've actually answered before, but I just wanted you to hear the message. Now, for my question, do you have any guardians, such as other variants of you tend to have? Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Not yet. Chapter 3 awaits.
I just want you to hear the message. 113 Mad Mike 5427 on YouTube asks, to Lord X, since we know that what are you laughing for? Since we know that when you first faced Xenophanes, you were not at full strength due to your power slowly decreasing over time, and that you know how to replenish your power and return to full strength by returning to the void, does that mean that you could potentially rival or actually beat Xenophanes? Of course, I'm referring to a scenario in which he doesn't use the X scar he placed on you.
Looks like someone finally did their homework. Now, I still cannot beat Xenophanes, even if we are at equal power, because he is more skilled in combat than I am. He has more experience with it, he's more of a killer. Not really a tormentor, he kills. So, he outmatches me in the skill part of things. So even if we were at equal power, he would still show me the door.
Xeno, am I right?
Mm-hmm. I feel like we've been talking about him half the time.
No, we've only had like 4 questions relating to him, Lord X. Okay. If I did Control F Xenophanes, I'm sure he'd only appear like maybe 10 times. 114. Alright, we're back to the normal questions. So, here you go. So, how do you... This is, I guess, an interesting one to me. How do you classify an EXE zone as good? Like for instance, the Scorched Badlands, is that what an EXE should do with their power to their land? Or is something like Horror Hills the status quo?
Now, who am I to judge? Every EXE has their own gimmick. Every patch of land or zone that they have will reflect them as such. And it doesn't always have to be Green Hills. I know people are getting tired of Green Hills. As long as it changes in some way, shape, or form, it's fine. As long as it reflects the kind of spirit that is in this game, or whatever they classify as, that's fine. It's just got to change.
Yes. So, personal question. This isn't part of the interview, but besides Horror Hills, is there any EXE zone that you particularly are like, did a good job here?
The original 3 dots zone. I quite like that one.
Ah, okay. I see. Oh, 115. Any Call of Duty fans in the chat? Okay, so, do you believe in fate?
Fate.
Yes.
The concept that events and things are set in stone and there's nothing we can do to change it.
Yes.
It's funny you should mention fate. I use it as an argument with my victims quite a bit. Because I do taunt them.
You can't escape your fate, after all.
Exactly. Because as soon as they're in my game, their fate is sealed. It's spelled out for them as soon as they enter the game. Now, I cannot say much, but there has been a time or two where fate has betrayed me, where it was not on my side. I do believe in fate to some extent, but usually it is on my side, so I need not worry.
Do you think do you think fate could be bended in a way?
If one fights hard enough, yes.
Fighting against the tides of fate is a losing battle, Lord X, I'd say.
It is personally. If you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, 116 is... Well, it was originally about me asking if you ever tried to perfect the ability to contain your void energy and make yourself a body out of the purple goo. But looking through the deepest bowels of the Discord server, please join, I found out that you do actually have a new void form, the purple goop form, if you will. So my new question is, how is training that for that form like? What was that like? What was the process, if you can share that?
Oh, it was a struggle, to say the least. Rather embarrassing to anyone who ever saw, but I made sure that it was completely secluded. Getting used to moving matter. After not having matter for so long, you know. It's a very interesting process, but I've gotten pretty good at it.
Mm-hmm. I was quite intimidated by the void form, actually. A lot of bones, a lot of hands as well.
It is the structure. It's the skeleton is a very, very important part of the body, you know. Keeps the general shape that you're looking for.
You are right. I guess you are right. Oh gosh, this bit of a general one here, but I don't think I wrote this. I think this was somebody else in my house. What is your purpose, opinion wise?
What is my purpose?
Yes, this was not written by me.
Then who was it written by?
I think my mother came in and wrote this down. Actually, she's watched Chronicles.
Huh. Well,
Believe it or not.
that's not what I was expecting to hear today. Let's see. My purpose. Well. The void's purpose is to consume all that surrounds it, and to make everything around it into itself. Have you ever heard of Ouroboros?
Yes, the snake that never-endingly eats itself.
Yes. That.
You and your general answers. I love them. I get to pick these apart, piece by piece. I love this. Unironically, this is not sarcasm. I love it. You know me, after all. You know me.
Very studious.
118. How in tune are you with the sonic body? You can feel pain when it is damaged, but when Sunky hides in your fur, you seem to not feel it. Now, knowing with previous context, you can feel it. You just don't do anything about it.
Well,
So,
in the case of Sunky, he is so small, and my quills are so thick, that I can't always tell there's stuff in there.
okay, I see. So, are you? How do I say this? I guess, are you the body, or are you still a puff of smoke inside of the body? Like, we know that Sonic was completely gutted for you to enter, and we also know you have bones. So how does all that fit together exactly?
Think of it like an
A
onion.
lot of bones.
There's layers.
Oh, okay.
I've been waiting a long time to say that. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
The innermost layer is the void itself. That void form of mine. The next layer on top of that is the goo and the skeleton attached to it. The structure. And the last layer is the vessel itself.
Oh, so I guess that's yeah, because your eyes are mostly blackened, but they do have some purple in there. So is that the void layer that you speak of, the purple goo? Like
In my
through?
first iteration of my vessel, yes, that's what it was. In my second one, I optimized my vessel more, so my eyes are actually directly into the void form. So This being said, I could eat through my eyes.
The one canon Lord X picture comes to mind where he's eating his own eyeball. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, I haven't. I don't have physical eyes, though.
I see. I guess I'll have to show you that after this. But anyways, that was question 119. That was actually very insightful. Thank you for being so in depth.
It's in the FAQ.
Not exactly what I was looking for, but that's more of an answer. I think. I don't know. I haven't checked the FAQ in a while, so forgive me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'll check later. Anyways, let's see. To you, this is question 119. What is evil and what is good? And do you believe in anything in between?
My. Very deep, very deep.
Very
good,
deep.
Evil. These are just things that humans have made up. In their religions, you know. There really isn't good. There really isn't evil. It's just people interacting with each other and their perspective on the situations that makes things either good or bad. It's silly.
I guess one could say it's frivolous.
Quite.
So the concept itself is frivolous, I guess, for lack of a better term. But do you yourself have anything similar to that in belief? Like, clearly you have dislikes towards a certain purple hedgehog, but do you consider that particular hedgehog to be evil in any way?
No. He is a creature acting on his purpose. To say he is evil is awfully subjective.
Fair. Would you say the same thing about yourself?
I would, but no one ever gives me that slack.
I mean, to be fair, you did classify yourself as a villain, but I won't hold you to that. That was about Robotnik. To be fair.
I just know that I am often an antagonist. I'm not saying that I am evil.
I think you're swell. if that is anything, I think you're a pretty fine chap. Now, not really a deep question, but this is fairly interesting. What makes you wary of teenagers?
Oh, you saw that, didn't you?
I did. I was pretty confused. Which is why it's slithered its way onto this interview.
This is going to sound rather childish of me, but they're so mean.
Oh.
They are so mean. I can hear everything that they say outside of the screen, and they've said some very mean stuff about my creations. It hurt my feelings, so I killed them.
Oh. Oh no.
This is why I usually go for young adults, or even children sometimes. It just depends on who gets the disc first.
That's upsetting. I'm sorry to hear about that. That is, man, okay.
There's even an entire song about how teenagers are horrifying.
Sure there is. So, would you still classify it as a fear, or more or less a dislike?
It's in between. Because they can... It doesn't matter if I kill them. They still said the words to me and made me feel bad.
That is so sad, man. I wish I could hit them, but teenagers scare me too, even though I technically am one.
I would ask how old you are, but we're not going to do that since this is being recorded.
We're not going to do that. I don't think that is a fun thing. I am 60,000 years old, actually.
I'm still older.
No! Question 121. How big is your temple? It supposedly has 2 floors full of mazes.
Yes, but there is 3 floors total. I live on the 3rd one.
So that's kind of funny to think about. So whatever 2/3 is just maze.
Mm-hmm. It's to keep people out.
Oh, okay. That's a lot. That is. Forgive me if I'm laughing. That is kind of humorous to me. I do like that a lot. Are you familiar with the labyrinth?
Yes.
It would be kind of funny if you did something similar to that.
What makes you think I didn't?
What do you have stored in that maze?
Ooh, I
What do
can't
you
tell
have?
you that.
Is oh, Lord X, you can't do this to me.
Yes, I can. I can't tell you that. You got to wait.
I'll wait. Bonus to 121. What is the I think I believe I know what this answer is, so I'll tell you. What is the psychology behind mazes for you? My theory is that it's you like giving your victims like of clear, maybe not clear, but you like giving your victims the idea of the fact that they can probably get out of this if they're clever enough, or they can just get out of this in general. But ultimately, no matter what they do, the effort will be fruitless, and that is why I think you like mazes as a concept.
It's not the reason why I chose a maze, but that is a pretty good. It's a pretty good psychology behind it that I do enjoy.
It was a maze chosen, Lord X.
To keep people out. Those things are very effective, and I know someone who can not prove, but they can vouch for me.
They can attest, I imagine.
The test.
I'm placing my money on piracy, but I'm not gonna actually guess.
You won't find out for a long, long while.
I hope you have a nice Christmas. Anyway, 122. You seem 122. You seem to have a wardrobe of sorts, judging by the fact that you are in possession of a fairly regal and rather dapper outfit. If I had to,
Oh yes, that was for
I had to say.
Halloween.
I love that outfit a lot, actually. If you know what I'm talking about. So, if I guess the answer is answering itself. Question is answering itself. If you're so obsessed with appearances, why keep the base form if you have such awesome clothing?
Clothing is difficult for hedgehogs in general. We have these big old quills and spines, you see, and well, I've got a very odd body type, we'll say. It's not always comfortable to wear clothing. So, I'll not wear it often. But if I feel like it, I will.
Well, I endorse it. I think it's a very, very nice looking outfit. I was almost put it as my wallpaper. Actually, that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It looked great. So, I think this one also answers itself, considering the pictures that I've seen. 123. Can you escape the X scar by leaving the sonic vessel?
No. It is forever imprinted on me.
I saw this because in the other forms that I've seen, the X scar remains.
Yes.
Still in the same exact place.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that wound isn't exactly physical, is it? It's just more or less on every single layer of your body.
It's a curse.
It just cuts into your very being as opposed to your actual physical body.
Yes.
It seems.
It is both physical and symbolic, spiritual in every single way.
Huh. Have you ever? Oh, I guess we already know. Have you ever tried the X scars yourself?
Sorry, what did you say?
Lord X, you scared me.
I'm sorry, I had to sneeze.
That took me by surprise. I thought it was a dog. Have you ever tried to do the X scar yourself?
No, that is something exclusive to Xenophanes.
I see. Wait, I thought you said before that you did attempt.
Oh, for her? Oh, that's different.
Yes.
The X scar is representational. It doesn't actually do anything.
Oh, okay, I see. I was about to pull out my lawyer case there for a second. What's going on here? Where is this? Okay, yes. This one might go deeper than you realize. How does it make you feel when people simply categorize you as Sonic.exe or an EXE in general?
Well, number one, I don't blame them, but number two, I am so much better than that. I am so much better than all that. I'd like to think I'm pretty unique compared to all the other EXEs out there and just even the regular Sonic.exe. I'm so much better than that.
No objections here. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. I personally, I don't think I've ever made the mistake of calling you X or EXE.
Please,
I guess.
don't.
I've categorized you as an EXE to be like general because I don't know exactly.
I fall
your
under
category
that naturally.
Lord, I guess. Anyways, 125. Are you satisfied with your body, or does it need any type of work?
Look me in the eyes and ask me that again.
Well, X, I'm just trying to be general here.
If I wanted to change anything, I would have. I have not changed anything from what you see here.
Okay.
It does not need work.
Yes.
It is perfect.
Yes. Very, very much perfect. I like it quite a bit, actually. Except I would think that a more general answer to the question would be the X scar itself.
I have
You'd
mixed
probably get rid of that?
feelings about it. It's become a part of my
Elaborate?
namesake.
I guess, yeah. Fair. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Okay, listen, to be honest with you, the entire reason why I asked that is because I thought you were going to say I'd get rid of the X scar. I'm just saying.
It's
How you'd say that.
It's complicated.
Yes, very complicated. Now, whoa, I accidentally opened a new tab. Would you look at that? Okay, so next question, I believe it is. Let me look here. Yeah, yes, 126. Besides cubes, do you have any other rants you like to go on?
Ooh. There is one that I'm afraid no one will ever hear. But there was
Lord
one
X.
time. There was one time where I explained the interconnectedness of digital space and what you call the material plane. Now, I don't think it'll ever be publicly released, as it was a part of something else. But I do remember enjoying that very much.
I will one day find this rant. One day. One day. Years, perhaps. It will be found.
It might be closer
Maybe.
than you think.
You can't swing my emotions like this. You just said I'll never hear it, and then you're just like, ah, yes, you might hear it one day. I can't, man.
You
Swinging me.
specifically, sir.
Okay. Okay. I might. We'll see. Oh, this is one I showed my friends today, actually. Is comedy subjective, or are people just not funny sometimes? In your opinion?
I find most jokes to not be funny.
Well, I've made you laugh a couple times, so I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay. Oh my gosh, I almost choked. 128. So, as said before, it seems you and me have quite a bit of love for rain. I actually sleep to sounds of rain and thunder. Do you do the same? Is that a thing? This isn't a question. It's just curiosity.
Well, it is nice.
Do you have the ability?
It is nice, but I don't need it to sleep. I can sleep anywhere.
So it'd be more of a vanity thing had you done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I guess this is for my own sake, do you appreciate thunder with rain or just rain in general?
Oh, thunder is good. I like thunder.
I like thunder as well. Specifically when you can see the lightning, in my opinion.
But the rumble of the thunder is very, very powerful. Something to
Shook my house one
admire,
time.
for sure.
It'd be cool if you had electricity abilities to make that happen. Anyways, 129. So this was a bit weird. Excuse the cracking. Those are my fingers. You once chased piracy for calling you Paw? What happened there?
If it wasn't already apparent, I am called numerous names. Some of them being Grandpa or Peepaw is what has been coming up recently. I do not like the latter. It is my least favorite of the names I've been given. So yes, I probably did chase him down once for calling me that.
This was said in the deepest bowels of Discord, so excuse me if I pulled something that you don't quite remember.
Through all these years, there's lots to remember.
Beyond me personally, I'll stick to Lord, but that's a fun nickname, I guess. 130, not the time, as in the question. How can someone be friends with you? So,
who's asking?
Sort of a reverse. So, oh god, sort of a reverse of you going to be friends with somebody. How can somebody go and be friends with you? It doesn't have to be an EXE. It could be mortal. It could be an EXE itself, or anything of the sort.
Well, show me some respect. Don't call me names. If you're gonna come here to call me names, I don't want to hear it. You're not gonna get a very good rep. And, well, no chance at being a friend of mine. Civil conversation. Not just stupid jokes all the time.
Yes.
Good conversation, back and forth, that sort of thing. Shared interests is always something that helps, but I don't know what I could share with a mortal, besides food, as we have seen tonight.
Yes. I don't particularly like torturing people. It's not a pastime of mine. But I do not judge you for having that because I am powerless to stop it. That you do you, man. You do you.
I suppose the biggest thing is respect. If you show me respect, I will give it to you in turn.
It's nice. It's very nice. Appreciate some back and forth respect amongst colleagues. That's very fun.
It's becoming surprisingly rare.
Yeah, Yeah, me and you both, man. Me and you both. Let's see. 131. It seems you've been interested in taking over the human world for a long time. So, about your following, as in your community that you've amassed around the Chronicles brand as a whole, are they safe? Or when you eventually, in a perfect world, come into the material plane, into our space as we know it, what happens to the followers of Chronicles?
Depends on how devoted they are. Some will stay, some will go, depending on how I feel about them.
Stay as in just continue existing in this new environment?
Yes.
Or... Oh. Okay. I see.
You'll get what you give.
Vague, but I'll take it. Let's see. I guess that would count as a guardian question, but I don't necessarily see that as a guardian question. Would you ever take up an apprentice beyond guardians?
Can't answer that.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay. We'll skip. We'll skip. 133. Now, this is the most important question of the entire interview, Lord X. Are you ready?
What could it possibly be?
Lord X, why do you purr?
What?
Why? Could you elaborate on your quote purring?
Purring? What?
You are said to purr to some extent. You are said to purr. This was from Discord.
What? Who said that?
This was pulled from Spider. Okay.
Wait. What?
This was pulled from Spider. You can look it up. You have access to the computer. You can look up Lord X purring to some extent. I'm pretty sure is what was said.
I think that's just really soft growling.
This wasn't my words. Okay. This was just Oh yeah, I found it. Here we go.
What is the exact quote?
I will say that Lord X does purr to an extent. I will not elaborate. Or the exact words.
Oh. I can't say anything either. Nor do I want to.
Nope. Lord X.
No, I am not elaborating.
Okay. All right. I won't ask any further. Sorry. 134. I guess we've talked about this before with the little comments we've made back and forth. Do you like songs that are made about the Lord X brand as a whole? And if so, which ones stand out to you?
The only one I have really liked and resonated with is Are You Listening by Longest Solo Ever. The FNF songs are also substantial, but I want something else.
You can't exactly sing those per se.
No, not unless someone adds lyrics.
Yes.
Which they're usually not good.
No?
No.
Yeah, no, I've seen a couple in my time, but it's alright. I guess for someone like you wouldn't necessarily appreciate them. I like them to some extent, but regardless of that, that's fair. Are You Listening is a very good song. Very good song. Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice. That was already answered. No idea why I asked that again. Not answering that one either. That was also answered. 137. You are said not to curse profusely, but it's never been said that you don't curse outright. So do you throw a swear once in a while?
Once in a blue moon, yes.
Once in a blue moon. What would constitute a swear? Like a really angry Lord X, or something different?
Very angry. And sometimes there is no other word in the English language to describe what is going on.
Okay. I guess that's left to imagination, but I guess for curiosity, you don't have to say what you said or anything, just is there any event that has driven you to that point?
Yes, but I can't say what it is.
Oh no. You're getting a lot of those. Okay. I'll live with it. I can live. 138. We're getting closer, actually.
Oh, please.
When you... What? What's that?
Believe it or not, I'm tiring. I'm hoping we can get
no.
this done soon.
We will, I promise you. When you cry, is it blood or tears?
It is blood.
It is? Okay, that's very important, because the literal bonus was some people in Discord have pointed out specific scenes where you have been shown to cry tears, or blood as we now know them, or blood isn't tears, and that was when you left Prower. So was the event of leaving Prower after exile that emotional for you?
I would say so. It's not that I wouldn't ever
Huh.
see him again. It was just bittersweet.
See. Okay. Well then. Where does your love for sculpting come from? That is 142.
I suppose it came from when I was first making my world, per se. I was metaphorically sculpting that. And then I learned that it was an actual craft that you could do with, say, physical objects, being clay and marble and such. It is just something I enjoy. I enjoy creating.
Okay. Alrighty then. We have a couple more fan questions. Two actually. Vicky, once more. They have
Yes.
asked, who do you think would win in a game of poker? Hypno or MX?
Hypno. He's awfully clever. And MX... oh, he's a brick wall.
Okay. 157, actually. Again with a fan question. Uni makes another appearance. They ask, why do you... oh gosh. Why do you sound so scary? They ask.
I like this voice.
It is a very nice voice.
I mean, I had to choose something.
And I do have another question personally, actually. Like, with the voice itself, is the reason why it sounds so different is because of the plane you were in? Would it be different in the digital world as opposed to the physical world?
Yes.
That is precisely how I viewed it. Okay, good. All right. Do you have... well, excuse me, actually. At the time of making Chapter 1, this might be frivolous to ask considering the world building video exists, but at the time of making Chapter 1, was your journey already completed? Or was it still in progress?
When I wrote Chapter 1, right?
Yes.
It was already completed at that time.
See.
I had just finally gotten some free time to write it down.
Might be a dangerous question to ask, but can I ask why you've chosen to write it down?
I like looking back on my past. I think it's important.
Fair. Okay, so we've reached the final circuit, Lord X. This is it. This is like the final 10 questions here. We've made it. And they're all fan questions, except for the last two, I think.
Well, get on with it.
Okay. Lord X, just a few more questions left. We have alternate once more. They ask, how do you perceive the creation of the EXE, and what are your thoughts on it?
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
I don't know. That's what they asked. That was accidental.
I don't know how to answer that. I don't know who they're referring to.
I guess any EXE as a whole.
They all have different backstories. They all have some lengthy reason as to why they're there. Do you think I have time to go through all of that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. 171. Retrios, once again. Forgive me, I don't even know who these characters are because I had no idea who they were. What do you think of Perfected X and Empowered X being more powerful than you?
They're different versions of me. I don't care. Just don't attack me and we'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. Alan.
Alan?
From somewhere. I don't know who this is. Okay. How are you doing as of this recording in time? Forgive me. I'm randomly picking these.
I'm tired.
Tired. Fair.
I haven't been in Discord
okay.
this long before.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. 173. Uni, what is your favorite part about talking in a conversation?
Well, if it's not one-sided, it's enough for me.
Okay. Noted. Is that for clarification, is that the answer?
Yes.
Final? Okay. 174. Let's see. Nightmare on YouTube. Says and asks, I guess, Dear Lord X. This one. Okay. Dear Lord X, I've been waiting for a long time to ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
You do understand that you are not the real Lord X, right? The real X is evil, hateful,
Blah,
and
blah,
contemptuous.
blah. I know.
Blah,
I
blah,
know.
blah, 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 blah. You are aware that you're in fiction, yes? That's their question, basically.
I know my situation. I know I'm not the original, per se. I know I don't care. Just as long as they stay over there and I stay over here and we're fine.
Sorry for the repeats. I didn't mean for this many to be repeated. I'm randomly selecting these.
Well, it's people have tried to do this to me. They don't think I'm self-aware. Oh, I'm very aware. I'm extremely aware.
Okay. Let's see. I do have actually one more question, personally, before we get to the final two.
What is it?
So, you eventually in one video you made when doing requests, when somebody asked about Kara from Undertale, you were like, I am done. I'm not doing any more of these. What do you think about this character? Type things. But it got me thinking. Do you like in general? Do you perhaps have any, I guess, fear or respect for beings who are meant to have fourth wall breaking abilities, but they do anyway?
Mixed feelings. Depends on how it's used.
For someone like Kara, though, if you know.
I'm not too fond of Undertale.
Shame. Okay.
I know it's a good story and all that, but it's all shoved in my face.
Okay. 176. Dragonfire on YouTube. They ask, powerful and cunning Lord X, are you able to fly or swim in water like some other EXEs? We already know that you can fly, but can you swim? I guess is the real question there.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have lungs like you living people do.
Oh no.
So if I were to go into a body of water, I would sink like a rock. I have no air pockets. So it is... I do not have buoyancy. I cannot swim.
Okay, I see. All right, pulling one last random question here. This is the final one. It's from Vicky. We see, are you comfortable with physical touch?
Only from those I trust. If I have just met you, or if I'm not too familiar with you, you better keep your hands off of me.
Fair point. Fair point. Okay. 179, Lord X. This is it. This is the second and last question. How do you personally see yourself taking over the world? You can be as vague or as specific as you like.
I don't want to spoil the fun. I have plans, believe me, but it's not anything I want the public to know.
I see. Well, then the final question is, do you have any hints or a final message pertaining to Chapter 3 you can give us?
Oh, decisions. You all seem to really like those Guardians, don't you?
People do. Is that the hint?
No, no. Their purpose is not what you might think it is. As they gain a new title instead of Guardian. What that is, I cannot tell you, but they hold a different purpose in this story. And they'll also have their own stories to tell, so you can stay tuned for that. But I've already said too much.
Indeed, indeed. That, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your view, has concluded the interview, Lord X. So, that was everything. Thank you
Finally.
for answering everything very patiently, even though I can see that you're very, very tired.
They were very good questions. They were very good questions. I didn't feel like I was... Well, I was repeating myself sometimes, but regardless...
Yes. That's only guaranteed when I had 180 for
yes.
you. Yes. I'm glad it wasn't a waste of your time. I'm very happy about that. And thank you, everyone, for posting your own questions. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm sure Lord X does too.
Really get to see who pays attention.
How many times... Yes, no matter how many times he is said to pay attention.
No one pays attention. No one pays attention.
No one pays attention. Well, I suppose this is goodbye, Lord X. It was very fun talking to you for the first time, technically. Face to face.
Of course.
Or eye to face. Eye to face. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you, viewers, for giving me your time. And thank you, Lord X, for your time.
Of course. I really enjoyed this.
Okay. Yeah, so did I. So, bye-bye.
Farewell for now.